So what inspired the idea of the Lowrider Bike Club was to take a kid that may not already be engaging with school and have him or her stay after school and talk to adults about his or her feelings, which might be a little bit tougher to do than most think. And so I just decided to bring out something from my past, which was lowrider bikes. I decided to build a lowrider bike, take it to the school, and see if the kids liked it, and they did. They would walk by and say they liked the bike and they wanted to have one. And I would say, hey, you can have one, just come in Mondays after school and you can start building one. So that's how we started. Each kid that comes into the club, they'll get a bike kit, and they get to build that bike kit throughout high school. But we also take regular bikes that are donated to us from the police department or just citizens, refurbish those and give them away to kids in need. Now, when the kids graduate from high school, they get to keep that super custom bike that they've been working on. In the meantime, they do get to take it to multiple car shows and events and compete with it, but they do not get to take that bike home until they come back with a high school diploma.
I would tell my parents, don't expect me to graduate. I don't know what it was about a bike that made me just realize, let's get my stuff together. I like the idea that I had something that motivated me to graduate, and I didn't realize what that club was gonna do for me in the future of my senior years.
We wanted to expand that, but not only with the number of kids that were coming into the club, but also with the network that we were trying to build for the kids that were in the club. So reaching out to our community was imperative to make sure that the club was going to be successful. At the time when I reached out to the police department and started trying to have a relationship with them, I found that a lot of my kids felt like the police was not their friend, and it was holding them back.
When I first started coming, a lot of the students didn't want me there. And so to be able to come in there and break those stereotypes was huge. And through doing that, I got to meet family members and make a whole community feel more comfortable around police officers. And in turn, I think I got that same benefit, understanding a first-generation American and what they go through being here.
What this club really gives us is an every week exposure and just to live life with these kids. So it's constant follow-up. Hey, how's your day? How's your weekend? How's things going? And to follow up with that the next week. That's a huge thing, to be able just to live life with these kids, go to their graduations. So really, I think what it is, it's a bridge to meet people that normally wouldn't walk up to a police officer and have a conversation. And it's been a great tool to start those conversations.
The success that we've seen from the program has been with our students. So far, we're at 100% graduation rate. Most of our kids have gone off to college or becoming police officers or joining the military. But we have a few that have really just shined very brightly in the program.
A great example of that is Ozzy. He started as a freshman with a basic bike kit, but now his bike is winning awards at lowrider shows, competing against professionals.
I really didn't know I was capable to paint or to lay down patterns or tape, and that club really just popped it out of me to the point where I have my own painting business. Some kids might not even go for the bikes. Some kids just might go just to have somewhere to go on a Monday or just have somebody to be there with them. I feel like that's just the biggest part, connections and knowing that you have people out there for you.
It's a place where you are family, and these police officers and DEA agents and firefighters and everybody else that's come around to help these kids have become part of that family. And I want them to know that they can be successful, that they can achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve.